Hello, it's almost 2 o'clock. You just missed a little meltdown. It was, wait till you hear what it was that opened up the floodgates for my tears. So it's just 2 minutes till 2, so I'm gonna just hang out here, see if anybody is available to join us. I know it's sort of a random time in the middle of the day. For whatever reason, I can't see who's here. I see one person, so just pop your name in the comments, say hello. It's Renee. Now it told me who's watching. Hi. We are celebrating 100 members in Freedom Frequency today. And this is just a group that I started a week or two ago, and I just am so grateful that we've got 100 people that are really ready to step into next levels of freedom. So thank you for expanding. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna give it just another minute. Why don't you tell me something that is going awesome in your day? And it's also okay if you want to tell me something that has been hard in your day. I work from home most Fridays. I had to pop into a meeting. Hey, Candy's here too. 2 of our 100 members. I know, again, it's sort of a strange time, but I just wanted to make this a big deal. I think that so often we go about doing our jobs and doing the things that we're supposed to do that we forget to stop and celebrate. So I want to celebrate 100 people ready to expand. I'm going live on here. She's gonna have to wait. So this milestone is not about numbers, it's just really about being the frequency, remembering who we are and what we're for. So thank you for being here for the opening rambles. We're gonna start right at 2 o'clock by taking a few deep breaths. If you're driving, please keep your eyes open, but you can still take a deep breath. And breathe in through your nose. And with a sigh, just drop it. Do that 3 times. Inhale through your nose. Last one, inhale. And it's amazing how much peace just a couple deep breaths will take. So I caught myself spiraling a few minutes ago because there's just a lot of moving parts with the 4 girls and their needs and everybody's schedules, and I just started realizing I had dropped some balls. I hadn't figured out who was going to be where, when, and not wanting to bother Renee, who's helped so much, and Dad's out of town, and I just started not feeling at peace. I started worrying about everybody. Where's everybody going to be? And the first thing that goes out the window is my sense of calm and my sense of peace. And I think as women, our go-to figure out how to solve all the problems can be this thief of our peace. And it's there's no room for clarity. My cat is, look at this guy. He's eating the plants. So hang on. Wait. Welcome to my real life. That's what this group is about. It probably won't be polished. So I got to ask, first of all, of course I called Britt and I was rambling and he was like, whoa, babe, stop. I got you. And just hearing him say, I got you, was enough to make me cry. And I think that that's so much what we need to remember. And whether it's our husbands or our friends or even this container, to know that there is somebody that says, I got you. And so I get to stop and listen. And so today, if you are needing peace, if you're needing rest, and there's no possible way you can actually stop what you're doing and lay down and take a nap, you can stop and take 3 deep breaths and say, where am I holding this tension? For me, I was literally holding it in my chest and in my jaw. And I knew I was holding it in my jaw because I wanted to eat an entire bag of chips. I want to munch and crunch. And so stopping and tuning in to where you're holding all this tension in your body is such a gift to yourself, because sometimes all it takes is looking at it for it to be able to dissolve. And so then the next gift you can give yourself as we celebrate 100 members is to ask, what would it feel like if I chose peace instead of pressure? And there was a time in my life where I was like, I'm not choosing pressure. It's just all around me. But when we actively choose peace, things really do have a way of being more peaceful. And even, like I said, if it's just for a moment, if I can take one moment of peace by taking a few deep breaths, by noticing what's happening in my body, by asking for help, by saying no, that's one more moment of peace than I would have had if I just kept trucking through. So don't underestimate the power of just a couple deep breaths. So rest is revolutionary. The thing that I'm noticing is a lot of us have been struggling with this issue of rest, and Candy, you're such a great reminder that I need to rest. But this old program that says I've done enough so that I can earn rest. You know, I'll take a vacation in 6 months, or, you know, this weekend I'll get to sleep in, or whatever it is. Like, there are moments of rest every single day that are absolutely necessary for you to really be able to continue to give at the highest level. And there's, I don't know, those of us who are business owners and have always been high achieving and very successful have this weird sense that peaceful means passive. And we can be an active pursuit of peace and an active pursuit of success at the same time. They are not mutually exclusive. So rest gives us clarity. It gives our nervous system a sense of safety. You know, whatever goal you're working towards, whether it's a financial business goal or whether it's a relational goal, if you're in this sense of nervous system activation, it's gonna cause resistance. You know, have you ever been in a relationship with someone who's like anxiously attached and is like being super nervous around you all the time? Like, that creates resistance. Like, the person doesn't want to be around that. And so the same is true in your business, in your physical body, and in your relationships. So nervous system safety creates a sustainable power. We will burn out if we keep running and running and running without a sense of peace. So we don't have to hustle our way to freedom. We get to receive our way there. I can remember, I think it was 5 years ago, I was driving down the road, and that's where I received the download about being committed to creating a life of freedom. And there were times in that journey that I thought I had to hustle my way into that freedom. And now I do believe with my whole heart that I get to receive my way there. That's the true divine feminine energy. So whatever this next level in our life looks like, feels like, it doesn't need louder alarms. It just needs a softer landing. And so let's just be a minute. I'm gonna hold this little stinker so he doesn't eat all our plants. Hi, 11. If you are in a safe space to close your eyes, maybe you can even hear the birds chirping in my background. If your life was built from rest, what would it feel like? What would it look like to trust your own pace? Your life no longer determined by the timelines and obligations of others. Who do we become when we're no longer surviving, but choosing every day with clarity? This guy's really giving me a run for my money. Choosing peace. But isn't that how life is? You know, the moment we decide we're gonna step into choosing peace, we've got these little things in our awareness that are like, oh yeah, how about if you be peaceful now? We always get the opportunity to remain in peace. So just want to honor the version of you that already knows what that life feels like, the version of you that's already living in that reality. And it's not a goal to aspire to, it's a returning, a homecoming, if you will. I'm going to see if I can pull up some emotions for us and then a card for the day. And if you have a question, you have something specifically that you want me to take a look at, just pop it in the comments and I will be happy to do that for you right after I move this stinker one more time. Hang on. Okay, so Candy, if you are still here, if it says you're watching 7 times, are you tuned in from like 7 screens? How is that even possible? Like, what is happening? And Melody and the collective of the freedom frequency, the women that are here. Here's the emotion that's ready to be released for our highest and best in column A, in an odd row, in A2, A4, A6. Is it the trapped emotion of humiliation, jealousy, longing, lust, overwhelm? Overwhelm for 500, Alex. How many of us are carrying around overwhelm? The weight of other people's needs and wants. It's not ours to carry, it's too much. Anything else we need to know? So wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, just use 3 swipes and come into agreement with releasing trapped overwhelm, allowing you to choose a more peaceful way. Is there another trapped emotion that we can release? Is it in column A, in an odd row, B2, B4? Is it depression? Oh, pressed down, this anger turned inward. And so many of the things in our life that make us angry, we just shove it down, and ultimately we're mad at ourselves for creating a life that way, that feels that way. And then we want to just shut down. So this trapped depression is ready to be released now for us to be able to express our deepest desires. Our desires matter. Is there another trapped emotion that's ready to be identified and released for the highest and best of the Freedom Frequency Collective? Column A, odd row, B2. Failure. Here we are, high achieving women, finding success in so many areas of our lives, and yet this deep-seated failure still kind of driving the bus. Anything else we need to know about that? We just say bye. Goodbye, failure. Your services are no longer needed. It is safe for me to succeed. It is safe for me to succeed. I align my energy with the version of me that's already accomplished the peaceful, joyful state. Any other trapped emotions that want to be identified and released for our collective energy at this time? Is it in column A? Is it in an odd row? A2, A4, A6. Trapped humiliation. Trapped humiliation. Is there anything else I need to know? Got this fear of looking stupid, falling flat on your face, feeling criticized. Ugh, we don't need that anymore. So clearing away this trapped humiliation from every cell, every tissue, every gland. Gosh, when we have this, when we let go of the fear of looking stupid, we can really show up. So this is a place for you to practice. Like whatever you want to say, whatever you want to bring to the table, whatever question you want to ask that you feel like there's no other place for that, like this is the place. This is the place. All right, if you're live and you want a card just for you, you got to say something in the comments so I know that. Otherwise, I will just pull a card for the collective. What do we want? What do we want? I think we want Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is the goddess of compassion, and she is asking that we are more compassionate with ourselves. Oh, this is the one. Dance of the Butterfly Queen. A pure heart attracts divine grace, and that which was impossible becomes possible. From caterpillar to winged creature of delight, you cannot restrain what divine grace ordains, no matter how incredible it may seem to be. Whatever has been troubling you, or whatever has been inspiring you, allow grace to infuse the situation or dream so that it may unfold with divine perfection. Isn't that just exactly what we need to remember? That everything really is already unfolding with divine perfection. No matter how big, full. And again, thank you for being a part of the first 100. I can't wait to see what this grows into. And if I can ever be of service to you, I'm just a DM away. Much love. Enjoy your Friday.